variety show. I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Do I really have to go over the story of Dragon Ball Z? Everybody should know it by now. Everybody in the world should know Dragon Ball Z's story. We go through all the arcs from Goku to fighting Raditz to Goku fighting Boo. It's the very end. No GT or Dragon Ball in this game. The game is told in this fashion where you go through different fights during the series and do them, and you see cutscenes once in a while, but I won't say the cutscenes are all that impressive or very fun to watch. Most times I just press the start button, basically because I've seen the series like 3 or 4 billion times, so I know the whole story. So in the end, it's Dragon Ball Z the story. Do I really have to say much else? My only little beef with the story here is in every Dragon Ball Z, I wish they put like clips of the anime in here. I don't know, it'll bring back memories, and especially since they're doing the Kai series, which is basically the HD series in Japan. I don't know, I would like that, but I understand you can't have everything you want. But Dragon Ball Z story is Dragon Ball Z story. Come on. Bad guy arrives, good guy trains for like 40,000 episodes, screams a bit, and shoots a Kamehameha, and the bad guy dies. And then a new one comes in. The end.
Nani?
The graphics in this game aren't terrible at all. They're not even bad. They're pretty good. I would even say great at moments, though I have to say that the special effects aren't all that amazing looking. And overall, I was more impressed by Burst Limit. But that's because Burst Limit had a way smaller roster, and it was focused on just 2 people fighting instead of just the environment and the overall stage that this game provides. However, I do think the graphics are pretty good in this game. They do represent the anime pretty well, and even the costumes will change the hairstyle for certain characters, mattering which part of the series it's up to in that costume. But little things like that would help Dragon Ball Z fans be happy. The stages all look pretty good. I mean, they look like an upgraded version of the PS2 ones, so in the end, it looks good, just not amazing. Okay, I reviewed every Dragon Ball Z game. If people have been following me, I reviewed all of them. And I've played through Tenkachi many times, all of them. So this is basically the next Tenkachi, but in HD. That's what this game is trying to do. And for the most part, it delivers, though it's not without its flaws. First, let me hit the good part. The battle system is very similar to Tenkachi. You fight in a 3D zone, 1 vs 1 battle, which is basically like a simulator for the show. I'm not going to go over every control, but basically you have the X and Y button to do most of the attacking in this game. You can also switch controls around. I know a lot of people were scared about that in the demo. You can switch most of the main controls around, especially the blocking button, which was originally RB. I changed it to the right trigger simply because it's easier to block or teleport out of the way or dodge an attack. The B button or the circle button for the PS3 will activate your signature move. Each character has their own signature move, though I would have to say after using the majority of characters in this game, only half of them are actually useful. Some are very useful, like Piccolo's, where it can basically stop any freaking form of attack, or you have something like Kid Gohan's, which really does shit. Besides that, each character has a various amount of different super moves, which you can use by clicking the R analog in different directions to use different moves. And one very cool key feature in this game is that you can now customize those super moves. So basically, say Goku uses Kaioken times 20 in only the Frieza saga, but not in the later saga, you could make your Goku use you could customize your Goku to use Kaioken times 20 and take away Meteor Break from the later sagas. And stuff like that will bring replayability when you fight your friends online to make different customizable characters. And last but not least, you have an ultimate attack in this game, and each character contains one such as Angry Kamehameha for Super Saiyan Goku, or Father Son Kamehameha for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the Cell Saga. So really, the combat hasn't changed too much, and it sounds very similar to Tenkachi, and that's because it is. One thing in the game they added, which is minor to me but might be big in your opinion, is that you can use environments to your advantage in a fight, like throwing an enemy into a rock and then repeatedly beating the hell out of him for the next few seconds till he's able to get himself out. but really it doesn't change the battle much because grabbing really isn't a huge feature in these games, at least when I'm fighting. Though I don't consider that a flaw, and I won't take any points away from that. What I do consider a flaw in this game is the camera angles. I've said it before and I defended Tenkachi repeatedly. Tenkachi 1, 2, and 3 did have some bad camera angles, but overall I didn't get too frustrated in battles. In this game, I will get frustrated because the camera completely goes batshit insane at you at times. Like, especially when the enemy's all the way in the sky and he's right above you, and for some reason the camera just wants to angle it like it's right in front of you, and then you're like, what do I gotta do? I guess I just have to dash up for him. But then you'll just dash right past him half the time and you'll miss an attack. And I may sound like I'm bitching, but when a guy's up all the way in the sky and the angle is like right in front of you and you're like, why can't I see this guy? And you dash above him, you miss, and then he hits you and one hit KO you, then you'll be coming back and saying, damn, this reviewer is right, the camera angles need to be fixed. They don't break the game, but they sure make it annoying at times. I also feel this game didn't try to add enough innovation, and I'm not one for innovation, but after 3 games of Tenkachi, even I'm a fan of let's do a little something different, you know what I mean? It's not a terrible game, it's not a terrible fighting system, I love this fighting system, but after 3 games and now it's the 4th one, I'm not gonna lie, it is getting a bit stale. After going through all the sections with me, you might think I'm not liking this game, and that's not true. The story does get a bit old after listening to it so many times, and the graphics aren't the greatest, and the gameplay doesn't add too much new, and there are some flaws to it, but overall I am enjoying Dragon Ball Z. And one of the best new features they added in this game is the online. Now that's been in Tenkachi 3 for the Wii, but let's face it, who the fuck plays the Wii and Dragon Ball Z? I'm not going to fling my arms around, make it believe I'm shooting a Kamehameha. Not to mention it was laggy as hell. Here, the online, as I've played about 7 matches, there was absolutely no lag at all. We had a great time, it worked really well, flowed really well, the button responses are pretty well done, and overall it's just easy to get into and fun to play. I'm not gonna lie though, it is missing a few characters I really would like Mr. Gohan and so on. However, if all the characters you like are in this game, then you're gonna feel right at home with this one. Not only does online add a lot to this game, but doing the story mode and then having to do it again to get the stars to unlock different costumes and different scenario modes will definitely help you decide to keep this game, for it is a long game, and especially with the online fighting. But let's be serious, is this the best Dragon Ball Z can do? No. Is it as good as Tenkaichi 3 or Budokai 3? No, but then again, this is the first in its series, so let's hope that it only improves from here. Let's hope they keep the battle system but innovate it a little to make it a little better. And one thing they should definitely keep is the online, because that works. So overall, Raging Blast is a good Dragon Ball Z game. Just let's hope Raging Blast 2 is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games.